Hello, everyone. I'm Catherine Mortensen from ALEC Public Affairs, and I'm here at the States and Nation Policy Summit in Washington, D.C. And joining me today is a very special guest. He's come all the way from Ukraine. He's a member of the Ukrainian parliament. I'm going to try really hard to pronounce his name right. Oleksii
Goncharenko.
Goncharenko.
You did almost perfect job.
Thank you,
Thank
Oleksii.
you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. And before I get more into the specifics of what your message is to our state lawmakers, what is the latest in Ukraine? How are your people doing?
We're winning the war. That's the most important, because I think that is the war not only for Ukraine, but for the whole free world and for our general values. We're winning the war, but situation is tough. While I'm here, my family, my wife, my two kids are in Odessa, and they don't have electricity, they don't have water for several days already, because Russia is a terrorist, like a terrorist state. They're attacking energy infrastructure, trying to deprive people from basic things, from electricity, from water supply. So it's very difficult. Like, millions of Ukrainians are in such a situation. It's a real humanitarian catastrophe. But by this, Putin tried to make us be afraid of him and to make us to go to some concessions and to give up. And we will never do it, because we know that we need to win, and for our children, for our grandchildren, to leave them country free and independent. It's our war for independence, and we should win it, and we will win it.
So we know that the federal level, Washington has another aid package that I believe is still in the process of getting finalized. But what can state lawmakers do? What role can they have in helping support what you're doing there in Ukraine?
United States showed leadership in the free world always for decades, and that is extremely important. And this situation shows again that you cannot live, and say, oh, somewhere far away from us there is autocracy. We don't care about it. It's too far. It's across the ocean. It's impossible. It's like, in the body, if such a bad situation, there is a cancer in some part, brain cannot say, oh, I don't care about this, or liver. It's impossible, because everything is connected. And that's why this war is so important. That's why for us U.S. support is vital. And yes, we are here in Washington speaking, explaining, lobbying, and that is normal. But I believe in federalism, and I believe that it really matters, the position of the states. And people, Americans, they live there, and they have a lot of questions, and they should have answers, and they should know why it is important to support Ukraine. Why, instead of build a road somewhere close to them, they need to send weaponry to some faraway country. They have all right to know the answer, and I'm here to give these answers. And I can tell you, in general, I think this is one of the best investments in U.S. history, investment in Ukrainian army, because the United States provided Ukraine with 3% of its military budget. And with this, we destroyed 50% of military capacity of Russia, which is the second biggest rival for the United States after China. I think it's extremely effective, and it shows how strong we can be together. That's why. And also, I want to assure you that after our victory, Ukraine will be a very strong and key partner of the United States and ally. And we will stay together with you wherever it will be needed, because we appreciate everything you're doing for us now.
Well, we appreciate you coming to speak with state lawmakers because, as you said, the state lawmakers are the ones closest to the people.
Absolutely.
And I do think you're right. Americans do have a lot of questions about what is happening in Ukraine and how we can be helpful. So our state lawmakers are a fabulous conduit for you to reach the American people.
I understand them very good, because before being elected to the parliament, I was Odessa regional city councilor, then regional councilor.
So you get
Then
it.
I was a president of
Yes.
Odessa regional council.
Yes.
These my colleagues, these
Yes.
my friends.
Yes.
I understand all their questions. I understand how close they are to people.
That's
That's
right.
why I'm so honored to be here. And I'm so honored and I'm so thankful to ALEC for this brilliant possibility and opportunity for me to be here, to speak, to chat with people. That's extremely important.
Thank you, everyone. This is Oleksii Goncharenko,
Goncharenko.
a
Yeah,
member
you
of the
did it.
Ukrainian parliament. We'll see you next time on another States and Nation Policy Summit broadcast.